We are back here today with week 2 of Eternity of Pain. We got Ikaris going on. Now, this dude, he is tough, man. We spent about an hour and a half on stream. We ended up getting 3 solos. We'll go over those after we go through the top 10 list today. We also got a bonus from this one, but let's jump right into it. The 3 objectives are Control, Denial, Mutant, and then for Paragon, Symbiote, okay? So, let's start jumping into this guy, man. The way he works is that, well, if you don't know, if he has 7 or more energized buffs and you're not using a Mystic Champion, every single time he uses a special attack, you are going to take so much burst damage, man. So Mystic Champions make this guy a little bit easier. He also has the node where you have to knock him down to take away the damage reduction, right? But also, if you parry him, he goes unstoppable. And if you parry him again, he goes unblockable. So it's a lot going on, man. Let's start jumping in with number 10. We have Magic. Now, the reason why Magic is here is because she is a Mystic Champion who fits Control Denial, and she's a champion who many people have ranked up. Before we go any further, I want to give a call out to all of the Mystic Champions who are Control Denial, and those are right here, these guys. Some of these are on the list, some of them aren't, but Claire, Doctor Strange, Dr. Voodoo, Dormammu, Loki, Magic, Manga, Scarlet Witch, and Wong, if you happen to have Wong. These champions could realistically go through the fight baiting Special 1, using their own Special 1, and just getting him down eventually while fulfilling the Control Denial objective. You can do this with any Mystic Champion, really, if you just want to clear through the fight. Just keep that in mind if you're really struggling towards the end of the week and you want at least 1 point, okay? So, Magic for number 10. Number 9, we have Archangel. Now, Archangel is super OP. Happy McMuffins put out a really sweet video of taking him down with Archangel, so go check it out if you want to see that. I tried it a bunch. I got him down to like 50% health. The reason why Archangel is so low on the list, despite fitting the mutant objective, is because it really takes a lot of AI cooperation, and if you've ever played MCOC before in your life, you know that AI cooperation isn't always the most common thing. So, he also has Mighty Charge, so every time he dashes towards you, he's going to shrug off the bleeds and the poisons, and also you can't parry this guy unless you have like 3 or more neurotoxins, right? So Archangel, lots of RNG, lots of AI cooperation needed. Not the best option when it comes to mutant, but if he's your best option that you currently have ranked up, you'll probably get him down eventually. It's possible to solo with him, right? Possible to solo, but also if you have to use a couple revives to Archangel, there's nothing wrong with using a couple revives for any of the champions on this list. Keep that in mind. You don't have to solo, okay? Up next is the only champion on the list who doesn't fit an objective just because of how good she is, and because if you spent the time getting good with this champion, I feel like you should go through it with her because she's so good for it. It's Tigra. Tigra's really good. Doesn't fit any of the objectives, but you know, Tigra is so great for this fight because you essentially want to knock this guy down without parrying him, so you want to counter a Special 1 with heavy attacks, which is essentially Tiger's game, right? So yeah, Tigra, really good for this fight for more than obvious reasons. You know, Tigra is just really good. So up next, we have another champion who fits into the Control Denial Mystic options, and that is going to be Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo, if you're one of those lucky people with a 6-star rank 3 Dr. Voodoo, take him for a spin. He's going to do really well. There's definitely going to be some Dr. Voodoo videos out on YouTube. So yeah, go check it out if you want to give that a look. He's definitely good for the fight. Ikaris is not immune to poison. He's only resistant to it. Lots of buffs to take advantage of. Okay. Up next, number 6, Sweeta put out a video of Venompool taking down Ikaris. Now, Venompool fits the Symbiote objective, so if you have the Paragon objective, in my opinion, there are really only 2 really good options for this, and Venompool is one of them. Not the best one, in my opinion. There's one who's better. You might know who it is already because it's kind of freaking obvious, but Venompool really good. You do have to be a little bit careful of the energized buffs getting a little bit too high, but the Special 1 could nom the buffs and keep that at bay. So just keep that in mind. Go check out the video if you want to go with the Venompool way. I do recommend watching a video for any of these options. So far, the only video I haven't seen here is Magic, but it's just obvious that she could do it. You know, you could power drain him and also nullify on the Special 1, and she's a Mystic Champion, and like I said, pretty much any Mystic Champion could do this fight. Up next, number 5, speaking of Black Widow Clairvoyant. Black Widow Clairvoyant's a Mystic Champion, and, you know, she has access to easy power gain with Ikaris. You know, she can do the power control thing on the Special 2, or she can do Lifesteal, or she can go for the Incinerate immunity as well. So yeah, Black Widow Clairvoyant fits the Control Denial objective, and she's very good for it. Not the best in my opinion. when it comes to Mystic Control Denials. We'll get to that, but she's very good for it. Up next, we have a champion who fits 2 objectives. Most people don't have this champion ranked up. Skylock. It's the Mutant Objective and Control Denial. Skylock, you know, she's normally viewed as not the best champion, which is fair, but basically, if you do it right, you power lock him, and that's it. I believe Sweeta also uploaded this video, so this is just the go check out Sweeta video today is what this is. So yeah, Skylock, you do the special one at an appropriate time, and then you power lock him for the rest of the fight. You intercept him for about 5 minutes, go for the special 2, heavy attack, and he's dead. So not easy, but she fits 2 objectives, and she's good for it, man. You know, I like when champions who aren't in the limelight end up like high on the list here as like, you know, filling 2 objectives and being really good for it. So that's why she's ahead of like Black Widow Clairvoyant. Even though Black Widow's better for the fight, it doesn't really matter. It's just a top 10 list that no one's going to watch after 3 days from now. So that's why she's at number 4. Up next is for the next 3, by the way, I put, in my opinion, the number 1 option for all 3 objectives. Okay. So we're going to start with Symbiote. Symbiote is, I mean, Symbiote Supreme, right? I mean, it's kind of obvious. Bait out the special 1, knock him down with a heavy attack. Check out a Symbiote Supreme video to get the spacing, and then go for the special 3. Do not intercept him because you will die. If you intercept him and you place a debuff while Mighty Charge is active, he will go unstoppable and you will die. So bait out special 1, counter a special 1, use the Energize to your advantage to keep cycling the special 1. You're going to be good to go. Number 2, man, speaking of like the Skylock thing where like champions who aren't in the limelight, this champion didn't make my top 10 list last week, even though he fit all 3 objectives and he probably should have. This week, he's number 2, Mango Eggnog, dude. So good. So good for this fight. He has a really solid spacing on his dash back to counter his special 1. He has a solid reach on his heavy attack. He has power drain on his special 2. Mcoc has got everything you need to counter this Ikaris. He's immune to armor break, which he places armor break on you when he uses special attacks. He's a mystic champion, so he's not affected by the burst damage from the Energize. Shout out to Mango Eggnog, man, getting his chance 2 weeks in a row. I feel like, you know, getting Ikaris down with Mcoc is a lot more doable than getting the Crossbones down with Mcoc, because there's Bane, and if you hit the block, you die from poison. So that's why he didn't end up making the last week. But again, it's just a random top 10 list that people are never going to watch again after the week is over. So it doesn't really matter. This is not that deep. It's just a top 10 list. Up next, we have who I personally believe is the number 1 option of the week. He's very good for it. It is not super duper easy, but Professor X fills both the mutant and the control denial option. That's who I started with. I got him down to like 50% health. I put him on the bench and I went to Mcoc, got the solo, went to Symbiote Supreme, got the solo, tried some other mutants, went back to Professor X, and I got him down with the solo. It was okay. It took like 5 minutes or so. There are multiple videos of Professor X doing it on YouTube. I probably won't upload my own. I'll probably upload my Mango Eggnog solo because why not? Yeah. So Professor X, man, really, really good for it. One more honorable mention, a champion who, as you can see, I have possible solo for all 10. This one is impossible to lose. That's Ronin, dude. He does not fit any of the objectives, but you can literally cheese the fight. Like, unbelievable. Without a doubt, the number 1 option for the fight just doesn't fit the objective. So if you're literally just looking to go through it and not get any objectives, man, and just you want to get the point, Ronin is so unbelievably easy. It's so cheesy. It's literally impossible to die once you get to your first special 1. You just got the 10 buffs on Ikaris, man, and you just keep doing special 1 and heavy attacks in the corner. You're gonna have a good time. So recap: 10 through 1, Magic, Archangel, Tiger, Voodoo, Venompool, Black Widow Clairvoyant, Skylock, Sim Supreme, Mango Eggnog, Professor X, and Ronin for the cheese. And if you just need a control denial option, these are the Mystic champions. The way Magic made it onto the list, I kind of picked the best one that I thought, who wasn't Voodoo or Mango or Black Widow Clairvoyant, right? Like, there was one remaining. It could have been Scarlet Witch, could have been Wong, but he's new. He's way too new for that. Could have been Loki, Dormammu, Doctor Strange. Magic seemed like the best option there. All right. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like. Comment what you think about this Ikaris. A lot of people seemed like they were struggling today on stream. It was fun, though. It was fun. All right. I'll be seeing you around, man.